Okay, so with the recent growth of the channel, I've decided to look at the top 10 countries where channel viewers are from. And some of the countries in this top 10 do surprise me with where they are. And other countries I am surprised with the percentage of viewers, not actually that they're in the top 10. Now, obviously the UK is going to be top, but that percentage that the UK has shrunk over time, ironically. So more people outside the UK are slowly viewing the content, and the UK itself is slowly losing percentage of overall viewers. Although the UK viewership is staying stable, it just shows there's been massive growth around the world. But the top 10 is very, very interesting. Now, some countries have the same percentage because it's such minute numbers between views. So the stats, yeah, it's a bit mental. So let's have a look. So at 10th place is PNG, Papua New Guinea, with 0.7%. I am surprised they actually make the top 10, really. Other than my rugby league content, I am very, very surprised that anyone from PNG is watching any like football or cricket or rugby union or any other sports content, but they still make the top 10. PNG are still there. People are still viewing from Papua New Guinea quite regularly. So they make the top 10 with 0.7%, and that is a surprise. The country above them is a surprise as well, Finland, 9th at 1.1%. I am surprised that they still are in the top 10. I haven't done as much NHL and ice hockey and Winter Olympic content over recent years as I did earlier on in the channel's history. So Finland being in the top 10 just shows that they are interested in more sports than just ice hockey and the Winter Olympics. The Finns being there, not surprising, although I am surprised they are 9th. If I was to do like a top 100, I would expect them to be a bit lower, but it's a nice surprise to have Finland at 9th. Canada is the big surprise for me at 8th with 1.1% of viewers. I do know the Canadians are more than just NHL crazy. They do enjoy other sports. I do have Canadian viewers quite regularly in the background when I look at my data, just viewing away every month when they break it down into the monthly brackets. I am surprised Canada is as low as 8th. At one point, Canada was higher on the list as well, so Canada's slipped down the top 10 list. Germany's another surprise at 7th with 1.1%. I'm a bit surprised with Germany considering the amount of football content I have done. When I say football, I mean association football. With all the World Cup and Euros content I've done and club histories I've done, I am surprised Germany is as low as 7th with only 1.1% of viewers. They were higher up the list at various points in the channel's history, and they have also slipped down. 6th place is India. Now, India is an interesting one because of the population size. They are more than just cricket fans. There's a big footballing fan base out in India. Manchester United, for example, have a massive fan base in India. I do know I have subscribers who've left comments saying, I've subscribed, I'm from India, I'm a big fan of this football club. So India with 1.4% to 6th doesn't surprise me. There is a fair bit of cricketing content on the channel as well. But I am surprised with their population size that they are 6th and not a little bit higher. Now, the top 5 is interesting. We've discussed the top 5 before. Now, Ireland has been a big driver of growth on the channel in the last couple of months. Ireland comes in at 5th, 1.7%. A lot of new subscribers and viewers are from Ireland. I am surprised with the low percentage, however, because a lot of Irish are massive football fans as well. A lot of Irish fans support Celtic, Rangers, Liverpool, Manchester United. There's a big Irish fan base for a lot of Premier League and Scottish Premier League clubs. So I am surprised with the percentage of viewers, but I'm not surprised they're in the top 5. Above them is New Zealand with 2.8%. The Kiwis are rugby mad. It doesn't matter what code, but be it union or league. But 2.8% again. New Zealand's, with the amount of rugby content I've done, a little bit surprised that they have that percentage, but I'm not surprised they're in the top 5. And what is interesting is Dublin and Ireland is the most popular city people have viewed from in recent times, and New Zealand with Auckland is the second most popular city for viewership all time. So I am surprised that the percentages are lower, but I'm not surprised they are in the top 5. Now, the battle for 3rd and 2nd keeps swapping almost on a weekly basis. At the moment, it's Australia with 4.6%. They are literally a handful of views behind 2nd place, which is the US, which comes in at 4.6%. I am surprised those percentages aren't higher. I am surprised. The US is an interesting one because their cities, where people view from, don't crack the top 10 on city viewership. And it is interesting that their percentage is as low as it is. The US sports mad country. massive growth in fandom of football clubs over in Europe, especially English football clubs, with the growth of Premier League viewership over in the US and the growth of soccer, as they would call it over there, as a sport, as a participation sport. I am surprised that the viewership figures are a little bit lower. And of course, the UK sits top with 44.2%. Now, that percentage has been dropping, so it does show that other countries are picking up the slack, and there are people viewing all around the world. So the UK has been number one throughout the channel's existence, but the percentage of viewers on the channel from the UK has fallen since the last time I actually did a proper look on my analytics at this. But it's very interesting. The UK is still top, but it's getting less than half the views now. When in previous years, when I've looked at the data, the UK had 50, 60, 70% of viewers. That has been dropping, so it is showing that sport really is an international discussion point, and certain sports and certain leagues really are international in their standing and their reach. So the UK is still number one by some distance, although the percentage has been falling. So it's interesting. There are some on this list that are really surprising, and others that I'm not surprised about. Maybe as a percentage of viewers, I'm a little bit surprised about, but not the overall positioning. So there we go. There's a look at the top 10 countries where channel viewers are from. Thank you very much for watching. Please place in the comment section below what country you are from, what your favourite sport is, and I hope to have some more content for you very, very soon.